Here's the story why I left Alaska. Alaska is the last frontier. It's a beautiful state to live in. It's a wet dream for anyone who loves to fish and hunt. I never got into that. It's great for outcasts and people who are just sick of big city life. Why would anyone want to leave? If you've never seen the Northern Lights up in the sky, you're missing out. It's stunningly beautiful there. I love Alaska. My mom lives there. I have a Big Dipper state flag tattoo. I'll show it. And look at my shirt. And a native owl design. Ever since I moved back to California, every time I tell someone I'm from Alaska, they're always impressed. Every time. I was originally born in Los Angeles, but my mom is from Alaska, and when I was 11, she forced us to move back, or to move to Alaska, because she got sick of living down there. It was a tiny, isolated village in southeast Alaska, and it blew my mind that there was no fence around the school. Like, anyone could just walk in or walk out at any time. Couldn't believe it. Soon after arriving, I read a book called Alaska Bear Tales. It's about people getting mauled by bears. How fun. And ever since then, I've been just scared to death of bears. When you're walking through the forest and you see a big, hot, steaming pile of bear crap, it's just frightening because you know there's one around. So I finally graduated high school and I moved to Juneau, the capital city, for college. And I liked rain every now and then, but I heard someone say that in Juneau, 300 days a year, there's some form of precipitation, either rain or snow. That sucks. I drove a piece of crap car that didn't have a working heater during the winter for a whole year. And one time I was playing basketball in a gym and I was one of the last to leave. And I just figured I didn't have time to change. I just figured I'd run out to my car and let the heat from the engine warm me up as I was driving. So I get out to my car and the battery was dead. And pretty much everyone had already left the parking lot. And so I'm sitting there in minus 20 degrees and my sweat is freezing to me. And I had to beg them to let me in so I could use the phone and call my friend to give me a jump start. One time I parked on a hill during the snow, and when it was time to leave, the hill was like this steep. I put it in reverse and it wouldn't go backwards. No matter what I did, I just kept inching forwards to inches away from the car in front of me. So I had to call my work and have them send 4 of the biggest guys to physically lift my car up and place it in the road. I tried skiing once. I absolutely hated it. I was going down the bunny hill, which is like this much of an incline. Just like stuff for kids. And I couldn't even make it down all the way. I couldn't keep my skis together. I could barely stand, and especially once I started gaining speed going down, I would just panic and fall down. And about halfway down the hill, I just gave up and I slid on my butt the rest of the way. And there were little kids whizzing by me and doing figure eights around me, and I just wanted to clothesline them, but they were too fast. So I finally made it to the bottom of the hill. I took my skis off, I turned them in, and I pouted in the lodge for the next 4 hours. I went to 2 concerts while I lived in Juneau. Weird Al and Warrant. Yeah. I kept seeing bands that were playing in Seattle, and I was just so jealous. One time, as a poor college student, I bought a concert ticket in Seattle to see Bush and Veruca Salt. They were playing a show together, and when it came time to buy the $800 plane ticket, I just couldn't do it. It broke my heart. I couldn't afford it. But I started thinking, if I lived down south, then I could just go to as many concerts as I wanted to and not have to worry about a stupid plane ticket. The seed was planted. In 1999, I received a phone call out of the blue from an old friend of mine who I went to high school with. He got my number from a friend of mine. He gave me a call and he told me that he met a stripper and she moved him down to Sacramento, and that's where he was living. And I was planning on flying to Seattle to see the band Oasis, and I figured, I might as well fly down to San Francisco and then drive to Sacramento and visit him. So that's what I did. The weather in California was always 80 degrees and blue skies. I loved it. We went to a mall called the Sunrise Mall, and it was during summer, and I swear I couldn't look in any direction without seeing a hot chick. I'd always go back home and it would be gray and dreary and raining. There's a song by a band called Shades Apart called Valentine. The lyrics go, "The sun is shining somewhere, somewhere far away. I could sell everything and go there." In the next year, I flew down to Sacramento 4 times to see bands and hang out with my friend. When I got back, it was raining so much, and so I started keeping track of how many days in a row it was raining. 30 days went by where it didn't stop raining. Now, I don't know what happened when I was asleep, but every second I was awake for 30 days straight, it was raining. I snapped. I had it. I had enough. I just felt like I was rotting there. So I asked my friend what he thought if I moved down there, and he said I should. So I did. I still visit Alaska every now and then, but it was just too boring for me. Before COVID hit, I'd been to so many awesome concerts since I've been here. You know, I have a good little life. I have a nice little family. No complaints. It's funny to think that a stripper I never met changed my life forever, but it's true. Well, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.